I'll be calling you a radical. Now, this is an important video. The Fukushima cover-up party in Japan is coming apart at the seams. Reuters reports today that TARO is the front runner. That's who Kevin Blanch supports. I've always supported him. He is the voice that stood up, to stand up to the nuclear energy crime syndicate in Japan. Whoa. But he's a powerful dude. He's a connected dude. He's a strong dude. Speaks perfect, fluent English, has a U.S. law degree. He's always stood up to the so-called plutonium recycle freaks. He's the man. He stood up against tsunamis. If he gets elected, now, they've played every game there has been to keep Abe's party and him in power. Now remember, Nato Khan was PM when the Fukushima disaster happened. He was forced out by Obama. The United States still has all the power over there. So there's an article, and I'll post it. It's a brilliant by publicintegrity.org. In the Beltway, it's, and it was written on the third anniversary of Fukushima. And it goes into the background. It's in depth on the nuclear energy crime syndicate in Japan. It's a fantastic, incredible piece. Now, stay with me. As you know, Aaron Swartz, I was heavily involved with Anonymous for years. Started the Million Mass March, which was really the fundamental foundation of the start of the Million Mass March was the Fukushima disaster. So, the consortium in Japan was leaked to WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks posted this corruption that was going on. I'm here to tell you that Julian Assange, Aaron Swartz, so much of this ties to the Fukushima disaster. Hillary Clinton's retracted emails. I see her attorney was indicted today. If somebody would sit down with me and interview me, I could... I have so much stuff I couldn't put on YouTube if I wanted to. They're after me. I've been backing up videos all day. I'm not going anywhere. I just move. I'll find a way. If you haven't noticed yet, I don't quit. I was given 2 months to live. Think about the timing of that. I'm getting there, almost 10 years. I was famous inside Japan. Go ask Kathy Iwani. That's how we got... Go ask what you could do. They weren't filtering me and blocking me in Japan like they were in the U.S. in those early Fukushima days and all my heavy work. So many people have came back, including the Prime Minister of Japan in Del Mar, California. Twice I've talked to him, and he's come up to me and told me, "Thank you, Kevin Blanch." I got presented a recycled paper cranes. I got to hold one of Sudoku's real ones in my hand in the Norgay hanger. That's one of the truly top moments in my entire life was when Sudoku's great niece come up to me with tears in her eyes and, "This is for you, Kevin Blanch." I was only second one. I got to hold it right off the get. She folded 644 before she died. We need him to win. This isn't a weak-kneed politician. This guy's the shit. This guy has been standing up against this tsunami. You read through, this is a brilliant, brilliant piece written out. So they played every game. They're boogeymanning again. That's how the U.S. does. They boogeyman the missiles. They boogeyman North Korea every time they can to try to hold power. That's the longest anybody's ever held power. The Fukushima cover-up party. Abby, what a saga. This is a big deal. So election... they could call it, it has to happen before November 17th. There was talk about it September 14th. They're trying to call special election to hold power. But, you know, is he sick? Is he not sick? This is important because when I was in Vienna, the head of the IAEA, Japanese, I mean, I talked to him personally twice. You really going to go to Fukushima? He died of cancer, you know. So read this article. One day, somebody's got to wake up and come interview Kevin Blanch and say, wait a minute. I haven't been able to back up my content. Google Takeout, I'm having troubles with that. I'm doing what I can. My toothpaste is out. My lightning's out. They can't stuff me back in. So, WikiLeaks. I don't think people realize how much of WikiLeaks that was leaked, that was out there, was all about the nuclear energy crime syndicate and the Fukushima cover-up. I don't think people realize, Aaron Swartz, when Abe came to the U.S., for a Japanese PM to come here was a big deal. Well, Trump met with Abe 18 times. Blacked out the windows at Mar-a-Lago. Remember when he first came here? Where'd he go? That's my group. That's our group that tracked him down. Followed him. MIT Media Lab? Why would he possibly go to MIT? Falls back into the chip, Snowden. Why would he hand Laura, the MIT Media Endowment's freaking daughter, the billionaire, the chip? I asked Greenwald, I confronted Greenwald, he ran from me. I talked to Snowjob's freaking attorney. I'm telling you, one day you will wake up and realize the whole WikiLeaks, the whole freaking Aaron Swartz, the whole thing, the whole Anonymous, the whole freaking, it's Fukushima. One day you'll realize they opened that faucet. He even talks about how the plutonium recycle, and when he found out, this guy's educated. He says, it'd be better to go buy a freaking uranium mountain in Australia than freaking try to do this fast breeder plutonium. They suck billions into it. It's like Savannah River, which, by the way, Savannah River, South Carolina, the fuel goes back and forth from Japan because it's against a lot of moxit here, right? The fast breeders, the plutonium recycle was made illegal here. So what did they do? The only thing Barack Obama, Barry Antoinette ever said that was true, let them eat yellow cake, was these treaties were signed long before I was born. Remember when he went to Japan? Remember when he sent Hillary in? Got to talk to Henry. Somebody would sit down and interview with me, you would realize that Julian Assange, WikiLeaks, Snowjob, Lindsay Mills, Aaron Swartz. The Million Mass March, is an extension of Anonymous, which got hijacked, but we need him to win. This will blow this cover off. He's an anti-nuclear, and he's tough as nails. He's sophisticated as it gets. This dude's the man, I'm telling you. Nato Khan told me, I says, well, you're the one who build up the nuclears. How are you so anti-nuclear now? Remember all the work I did at the USS Reagan? How did that never happen? Yeah, it's very sad. Remember, I've been fighting for my life with AML leukemia the whole time. I was given 2 months to live. The open heart surgery, all of it. I don't know how I'm alive. But I am. And it's been a fight, and I'm not afraid. What my doctor says. I ran into my doctor yesterday. You're fearless. That's why you're alive. We need him to win. Read through this article, who he is, what he is. We need him to win. And there's going to be a lot of forces against him, especially here in the United States. The powers that be, I don't know. He really reminds me of a John Kennedy or a Bobby Kennedy. Don't be letting them freaking anything happen to this guy. We need this guy to win. So the latest the election can be November 17th. My uncle's dying, the famous fighter pilot who was stationed in Japan, who was the lead Air Force guy. He wrote the whole freaking theater freaking playbook. He's the guy. He ran the whole show. My Uncle Claude Blanche. He's dying right now. He raised me. He lived in Japan for years and years and years and years. Chemistry, valedictorian chemistry. And lettered in 5 sports at BYU. So, He's going to die the next couple of days. He took a massive stroke. It's a really heartbreaking time for me, for everybody. He'll be buried at Arlington. So I'll be there. When Saga came from Japan to meet with, sliding with Biden, you get off at Reagan, as you know, you get in the tube, all Pentagon City post 9/11. There's Arlington. Before he went Medbot, he got off at Arlington. And this was leaked and reported by a Beltway vlogger paper. And went into Arlington, and he met at John Kennedy's grave with Kamala Harris and Caroline Kennedy. Now remember, Caroline Kennedy is a fierce anti-nuker. She was the ambassador in Japan. There's a lot of brew under the scenes, and their knees are knocking. I can tell you right now. That's why they're going after us so hard. It's too late, baby. You cannot, I said it for years, you cannot cover this up. You can do everything the old way. You can cover up what happened to John Kennedy. You can cover up, all this stuff. I see they finally leaked some stuff out on the liaison and these different events, but not 3/11. Look what it's doing, devastating the Pacific Ocean. Salmon counts are so low, so we need him to win. This important video. I'll post this. It was written on the 3rd anniversary in 2014. I remember all the work we did. I did that great event on the 3rd anniversary of 2014 at the Nola Day Hangar when the old razor wire was up there. I've been going through some of my videos. I'm like, how do these videos only have 1,000 views or 1,200 or so? They should have millions, so I don't give up. So we need him to get elected. The election will be before November 17th. This is important. This is a big, big... Fukushima is just the greatest event in human history. So I'm an anti-nuker. For all you pro-nukers and everybody that's covered this up, I just want to ask you one thing, all you biologists, mystified, baffled, stuff for me. Perplexed, bewildered. So full-blown out nuclear meltdowns. You're saying there's no reaction, which never happened before, which is the greatest action in human history. So you're telling me there's no reaction. Okay. You keep with that narrative. I'm on the right side of history. They can come after me. You can do whatever you want to me. But, I'm fighting for your children and the animals of the earth because it's past midnight. We need him to get elected. This is important. This dude is the man. He will stand up to them. We need him to get elected. Stay tuned.